Mind mapping. What is it? How do you use it? Today on Reinventing You. Hi, my name is Amelia Sims. This is Reinventing You, where you can watch me go on a reinventioning journey and hopefully be inspired to start your own. I post twice a week and I can't wait to see you on the next video. To make sure that you receive notifications, if you would subscribe, if you'll hit or punch or click on the button below, and then also click on the bell. If you ring the bell, then you will make sure you get notifications when I post a new video. Doing something a little bit different today. We are going to be mind mapping. So the background you see behind me is going to be where we're going to have our mind map. And I hope that you will learn something and be able to use this mind map for your own use, whether it's reinventioning, learning, memorizing, or just expanding your mind, brainstorming, all of those things. I hope it will be helpful for your own journey. I really appreciate when you ask me if there is something that you are interested in finding more information about, and that's how this video came about. One of you asked for more information about mind mapping, like, send me some links or some other. So I said, well, I can do that, but wouldn't it be more fun to do a video on mind mapping? Because it really is a great way to learn how to brainstorm about reinventing yourself. To reinvent yourself, you could do some mind mapping and brainstorm some great ideas. Now, on today's video, I do have a helper. That's our cat Manu. Many of you may have known we had to put one of our cats to sleep. Jakar, he was the one that usually was in the back. But now Manu has taken his place and she is trying to be as helpful as possible. That is not very. So where did the idea of mind mapping come from? Well, there was a researcher, and I would call him a sociologist, psychologist, Tony Buzan, and he, after many years of research and studying himself as well as others, he was trying to look at the brain and figure out how we learn best, how we memorize, how we can be creative and share information, communicate ideas, and he discovered this way of mind mapping. Mind mapping means that you take some key ideas and you combine that with images, because as Tony likes to say, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and you combine images for those key ideas along with color, because that stimulates your brain and lights up particular parts of your brain, and also use curvilinear lines. That is not just straight horizontal lines, but curvilinear, because that's also it's a way of the brain to kind of have, that's how it flows. It's sort of a natural way, organic. So he says this is the way to go about mind mapping or brainstorming or putting down ideas on paper. Now, one of the key things about mind mapping is if you have an idea and you say you're taking notes in class and you write down an idea and you have a complete sentence and then you have a point underneath it and another point underneath it. And in order to remember that, you basically have to read that information and basically regurgitate exactly what you wrote down. But what a mind map does is it makes you kind of spark an idea. It's like a light bulb goes off in your head, and then you are able to communicate and explain that idea. You have an association. Like, for instance, this mind map is about selling my car. So I have my car and I drew a picture. And so, for instance, in the corner you see that thing looks like a glove or something, and that's a mitt. That reminds me I've got to wash my car. I've got to keep it clean. And so I've just wrote some things down to remind myself, like there's a picture of a tire, picture of a headlight, those things that I've got to clean, some specific areas on the exterior of the car. The inside is a leather seat. Instead of writing leather seats, I just put a picture of the seat. And so that's the way I can communicate that to someone, but also a way to memorize. I know these are the things that I need to do to get my car clean so that I can sell it. What Buzan says is that doing a mind map creates association in your brain, makes you more productive, helps you with learning, helps you with memorization, and with communication, all of these things. So you could use this skill in school, you could use it in business, you could use it in presentations, you could use this simply just to kind of get your head around an idea that you're not quite sure where to go next. So it's not linear, you're not trying to go to particular areas. I mean, you could, what I try to do is think, okay, go clockwise. Mind mapping is a great way to explain key ideas and give you some clarity. So one of the ways that Tony Buzan recommends using it is to take notes. If you are in class or if you are in some kind of study or continuing education, it's a great way to take notes. It's also a great way to set up your outline for a speech you're giving. So because of the way mind mapping works, it stimulates different ideas in your head. So instead of a whole sentence, you have simple key phrases, helps you have clarity. You can explain something to somebody because you're putting it in your own words and you've already simplified it on paper. It simplifies it in your mind and you're able to explain it to other people. As I said before, you do not have to be an artist to do mind mapping, but it is helpful to do some images. This is an excellent tool for brainstorming and for memorizing and for simply keeping some key ideas in your head. So how does mind mapping help you in reinventing yourself? Well, it can be a great way of brainstorming. I know when I was thinking about reinventing and what that was going to mean, I sat down and brainstormed some ideas, and it helped me to figure out some things that I did not want to do, but it also made me realize there's a lot of skills and talents and possibilities out there for me, and it simply made me feel better about my future. I hope that you will use mind mapping, whether it's memorization or brainstorming, for reinventing yourself. I've included some links both in the video and below for you to follow. I really appreciate your support. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. And don't forget to hit that bell or click on the bell so that you can get notifications for new videos. And as always, I appreciate when you ask me questions and suggestions for upcoming videos. I hope that mind mapping will be a great skill that you will use in your own life. My name is Amelia, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a great one.